Hey, welcome back to the Spector Creative channel. I'm your host, Scott Toy Guru Neitlich, both a collector and a toy-making professional, and today we're talking about spoilers that come from toys that give away, say, plot points from movies. And I'm not making this video today to talk about any moral ambiguity. Ambiguity. There we go. See, I can speak. English is only my fourth language, because that's a whole other issue. I just want to talk about, in this case, why movie companies even allow toy makers to make content with spoilers, and what toy companies do to prevent this. Now, obviously, toys are not the only thing that have been known to spoil a movie. Posters, trailers, even breakfast cereals have done this in the past. In fact, major studios are even altering trailers in order to not spoil a movie, like the fact that the Incredible Hulk is in the back of this Wakanda scene, or the fact that Thanos' gauntlet here doesn't have all of the gems. When he was fighting Captain America, he did in the movie. Or, of course, the scene they filmed of Jyn Erso fighting a TIE fighter. That was purposely okay, maybe that's not the same example of changing a trailer, but the point is, in order to merchandise a movie, the toy company obviously has to know what's going on with the script, or with the concept at the very least. And there's a lot of ways this is handled. When a toy company is looking at a script, they're going to look specifically, what outfits are the characters wearing? How much tooling will we need to create those? Are there certain characters that are more toyetic, that have, pop-out features, projectile launchers, light-up features? Where will that work? Who has, light-based powers? Who's going to work great for a plush stuffed animal execution? Well, keeping all of this information in the vault when you have to make consumer product based on the content is not an easy thing, and it's why leaks do happen. Now, really, the problem is, it comes down to cooties, rats, and semen. I'm sorry, wait a minute. Take that back. It comes down to, let's mix that up, too many secrets. There's a lot of secrets relating to movies being made, and a toy company is going to be privy to some of them, sometimes all of them. Why does this happen? Well, knowledge is power, first of all, and so obviously those who know information are powerful, but studios aren't really trying to keep secrets in movies because they want to have all the power. It's more that they want to entertain, which is what business they're in, and they want to create that surprise and delight moment when an audience, use an "an" with an A, that's how it works in English, see, I told you. What if audiences, were spoiled about the ending of The Empire Strikes Back in 1983? That was sort of the whole culmination of the plot, was that one line. And in fact, it was kept secret so well that they actually recorded on set David Prowse saying, "Obi-Wan is your father." Other times, when fans or industry professionals find out what's happening in a movie, it can get out. And this is because of the 3-year toy development timeline. So product that is developed in 2018 is on shelf in 2020. It takes 3 years to go from essentially reading a script to actually shipping it out to a retailer. Now the question might be, well, why are you shipping product to a retailer before the movie is out that might spoil it? Well, there's a simple answer for that, and that's because of the planogram. So product has to be available for the retailer in their distribution center or in their actual local retail locations in order to set a planogram by a specific date. Sometimes those dates are dictated by the studio, and they say, no product for this movie can be out until this specific date. That's when we're rolling out our merchandising and marketing campaign. Other times it's tied into the retailer's reset, such as in February and August, most major big box retailers reset their aisle, eliminating product that didn't sell well and replacing it with new hopeful candidates. So there's really not one single path that a toy company and a movie studio travel together as far as what is the confidential information, what is shared with a toy company, and when. In fact, there tends to be sort of 3 major buckets, I guess you could say, of types of relationships. So the first is where everything is on the table. When I was at Jax, following my time at Mattel, I got to work on the World of Warcraft film. And with this movie, Legendary. I'm like, who is the production studio? Legendary Pictures, they shared everything. They literally, gave us the script. Nothing was held back. We even got to sit down and meet with the director and discuss what items might make good toys. I remember having a talk with him about the boomstick. He wanted to see that as a toy, and I was explaining that. He said, "What's a pirate gun?" I said, "Exactly. Pirate guns don't sell. Laser guns sell." That was a really interesting moment. Other example of the sort of second bucket is when I worked on episode 7, The Force Awakens, also with Jax. With this movie, we were told very little. In fact, we were relying on Entertainment Weekly and other sort of news feeds to give us images to make the toys off of. We weren't even told the names of the characters, let alone what the plot was. Characters had code names like Lead Battler and Lead Fighter and, Robot Sidekick. I mean, we could figure out who Robot Sidekick was, but yeah, names weren't even given till the very, very cutoff of when packaging had to go to print. And of course, big secrets in the movie, such as, I know, spoiler alert for an 8-year-old movie, that Rey picks up a lightsaber and shows her Force abilities, that was absolutely not even shared. So the idea of doing a Rey with a lightsaber, which would have been a great toy, is something that couldn't be done, specifically because information was being held back from the toy company to avoid leaks happening, like when Hasbro's Rey figure with a lightsaber shipped before the movie. The other example would be, I guess the Baby Yoda example, where nothing is shared. Not only are you not given code names for characters, like Episode 7, where we at least knew who the characters were and what ships looked like and some basic premise. With Mandalorian, there was a complete and total blackout, and this came from the creatives behind it. I believe it was even Jon Favreau, the director, didn't want Baby Yoda showing up on eBay or on retail stores before fans saw it in the first episode of The Mandalorian. So nothing was shared. And of course, a lot of different financial institutions and fan sites and everyone was screaming, oh, they've missed out on this huge opportunity to sell Baby Yoda merchandise because they didn't share it with the toy company in time. Again, 3 years in advance in order to have product out for the day and date of the content. And yes, obviously Baby Yoda makes a durable product and has become a huge seller. But honestly, the toy company and the film studio, the licensor, pretty much have the attitude of, so what? So we missed one Christmas with Baby Yoda. It doesn't matter. We still have Baby Yoda. And guess what? Baby Yoda is now one of the most popular characters and is selling as well as Darth Vader and Boba Fett. Oh, I don't know. Let's put Yoda and Boba Fett together. I mean, it's crazy. They're doing all this stuff, and they did it just by missing one Christmas and surprising people. But they'll have unlimited Christmas opportunities in the future to continue with Baby Yoda. All right. So then there is the whole idea of creating, I guess you could say, a signpost. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean, I don't mean like a street signpost. What I mean by this is noting when items can go on sale. This is done with a strict on sale date printed on master cartons. The problem is there is a huge lack of consistency. So you can see this one says, on shelf no earlier than April 23rd, 2002. I mean, this is obviously an older master carton, but I'm just demonstrating. Well, yeah, okay, I can read that pretty clear. And what about this one? See, it's in that red box in very small writing in 4 different languages. Or this one where it's written in a circle, again, in 4 different languages, where they do not put on shelf until date. So, yeah, there is a huge lack of consistency as far as a standard place that a do not put on shelf marker is placed on a master carton. It's probably one of those things the toy industry should really standardize. I don't understand why they haven't done this. I really don't. And I've been on all sides of the aisle on this one. I've worked on major movies like Green Lantern, where we had things we had to hold back, like Sinestro being in a yellow outfit. And I've worked on things where everything could just go out, like Warcraft. And it didn't matter because there really weren't as many surprises since most of the fans kind of already knew the storyline from playing the video game. So, yeah, I don't know why they do it and what to do about it. Well, it's kind of just the way the system is. The best thing is for them to standardize master cartons because it's the stock person in the retail store this is for. They're the ones that are the gatekeeper. They're the ones that can prevent product from sneaking out early, and that solves the problem for everyone. If product can just be kept off shelf until the date the stock person is supposed to open the box, it would solve every problem. There's no way you can stop sharing information with toy companies, or they wouldn't be able to make product, and everything would be like Baby Yoda. Maybe that's actually not a bad thing. I hope this video helped explain why studios and toy companies don't often share all their information with each other, what strategies they take to keep it from the public from leaking, and how this can backfire. If you have any comments, leave them below. Let me know your thoughts. I always try to comment back. Thanks for watching. Please share this video with others, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.